It's fight week. Let's go. Keyshawn Davis, first title fight against WBO champion Dennis Berinchyk, who just won the belt, vacant belt, in a fight against Emmanuel Navarrete. I was impressed with that win, but the thing about Navarrete is that he's actually a featherweight more time. Lightweight is too big for him. So it was kind of inevitable, even though he's got more experience and he's been a pro longer and he's had a lot more pro fights than Dennis Berinchyk. The size mattered, and that's what told in the end. He just couldn't really affect Dennis Berinchyk, and Dennis Berinchyk went on to win their fight with a split decision. So Navarrete done well. But to be fair to you, I think Keyshawn Davis would have stopped Emmanuel Navarrete, even though he's not used to getting stopped. 40-fight veteran and all that. They both fought Anthony Yiggett 2023. Keyshawn Davis fought him in April, knocked him out, TKO stoppage in the 9th round, I believe it was. And then 4 months later, he's fighting Berinchyk and he went the distance, but lost a unanimous decision. Let's not go on like Anthony Yiggett is any slouch. He's a decent level gatekeeper type lightweight fighter, but he's very, very tough. He's not one to just get knocked out and stopped by any and everybody. In his 4 losses, he retired once and then got TKO'd the other 2 times that he's been stopped. And then he lost a unanimous decision against Dennis Berinchyk. But one of the TKOs was Keyshawn Davis. And Keyshawn Davis at the time was only a 7-fight prospect. These times Yiggett was 26 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. So he was a lot more experienced than Keyshawn, but Keyshawn showed his talents and abilities and ended up stopping him. What I've noticed about Keyshawn Davis and Dennis Berinchyk is that Keyshawn is quite a bit bigger than Dennis. Like height and build. Height and build, he's actually just bigger than Dennis Berinchyk. But Dennis Berinchyk, I will not judge him on his lack of size, pause, because he is a skilled boxer and he's done what he needs to do to get that belt and be the champion that he is right now. Even though it was a vacant title that he won the belt and he is the champion. Can he keep it against Keyshawn Davis? I don't think so. Before I saw these two facing off, standing in front of each other, I actually thought Dennis is going to make sure that at least he doesn't get knocked out, because he is a very tactical type fighter. Movement, angles, as well as coming forward with pressure. He does have a lot of angles and movement with his Olympic European type style, akin to the Usyks and Lomachenkos. Even though he's not as necessarily as good as them, he has that type of style. They're all brethren. They're all from the Ukraine, and they all came up together through the ranks when they were going through their amateur into the pros type situation. And that's why he was able to get a title fight this early in his career, because he's got that skill about him. I just think that Keyshawn Davis has transformed from an amateur into a pro quite well. And he done well as an amateur, getting a silver medal at the Olympics. He's brought his Olympic style into the pro ranks and honed it to where he is now a boxer puncher with a lot of velocity, and he seems a lot bigger than these lightweights. He is talking about moving up to super lightweight and eventually welterweight sooner than we think. So even if he wins here in this fight, I don't see him staying at this weight, lightweight, for too much longer. I believe he's going to win. I believe he's going to beat Dennis Berinchyk, take this belt. I don't know if he's going to unify. The thing is, if he wins this fight, the other champions are Tank, Lomachenko, and Shakur. At the end of the day, he's not fighting Tank because Tank ain't fighting him. Him and Shakur have both said they will never fight each other because they're brethren and they're pals. I remember Floyd saying there are no friends in boxing, and I really, really believe that. If you're both at the same weight, no matter if you know each other and you grew up together, whatever, whatnot, if you're not brothers and blood, get in a ring and have the fight. If it's that much of a fight where it will draw enough attention, you both will get paid the same weight. Lomachenko, I don't know what he's doing. He seems to be quite retired, so I don't know what he's doing. The person that beat Keyshawn Davis in the amateurs is the 3rd ranked contender. Well, basically 2nd, because 1st isn't rated. 2nd is Zar Abdullayev, and then it's Andy Cruz. the guy who beat Keyshawn Davis in the Olympics. So maybe he will get to the IBF title, but I'm not sure if he'll get there in time to fight Keyshawn, because Keyshawn, I believe, will move up at some point. That's steering off of the point of this actual fight. In this actual fight, I see Keyshawn Davis having very much more to do than his last fight that he had. We remember Keyshawn dealing with Gustavo Lemos in 2 rounds knockout. We remember Lemos came in heavier than he was supposed to. So I don't even know if I can take that victory as I should take it as like it was some brilliant knockout. It was a very good knockout. It was a very good display of his talents. And I can't blame him for the fact that Lemos came in overweight. But for Lemos to come in overweight, that suggests that he didn't necessarily train for that fight. So he didn't prepare well. And lacking in preparation can lead to, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. And in that sense, he got himself beaten up in there. I think Denis Berinchyk is definitely prepared for this fight the best he can. He definitely is not going to come in overweight. Keyshawn is more to come in overweight than Denis, but Keyshawn's not going to come in overweight. They're going to come in at championship weight, 135 or less, and they are going to go at it in the ring. I believe that this is going to be a much stiffer test for Keyshawn Davis, but I believe he will be victorious, and I'm going to go and say that he's going to stop him later on. The smart bet, I will always tell you what the smart bet is, but then I'll also tell you what I think. The smart bet is to go with a Keyshawn Davis victory over 12 rounds. Unanimous or split decision victory over 12 rounds. More split decision victory. I think Denis Berinchyk will do his bit to make this a very, very, very tough contest for Keyshawn Davis. This is happening on Friday, the 14th, Valentine's Day, Friday. Not Saturday, Friday, okay? It's in MSG, Madison Square Garden, one of the homes of boxing in New York City. Valentine's night is going to be a fight. And I'm telling you, I don't think Denis Berinchyk is going to be all right at the end. But that's a prediction. That's just my prediction. Denis Berinchyk could turn around and deal with Keyshawn and make him know, say, yo, you're picking in at this, you know. I know you're a turn yet. You have a wall on. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Keyshawn is going to deal with him. We will see what's going to happen. I'm very excited about this fight. Very much looking forward to it. I will see you guys after the fight, where we will talk about what happened and break it down and see if I was right or wrong. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next video.